Okay. Hello, we're back.
Keep saying what you were saying about if we had a Walker of the Week.
Oh yeah, we don't, well, maybe now we do.
Okay.
If we had a Walker of the Week, it would be the ocean lady, because that actress had to be underwater for like a minute.
Oh yeah.
And she slowly, it was like creepy. She like did the thing in the ring when she's like, and it was very, like her hair was there and she didn't look, like it's hard to do that in the ocean.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure she was like,
yeah. Welcome to Playback Presents Fear the Walking Dead, Season 2, Episode 2. This is called We All Fall Down.
Yep.
I am Hector Navarro.
I am Marina Mastros.
We did this on Screen Junkies for regular Walking Dead, and now we're doing it for Fear the Walking Dead. And the episode was last night, and there's a dog eating some food in the corner. Overall thoughts, Marina, what did you think about the second episode?
I was glad that they didn't do what I thought they were going to do.
Which was what?
Which was have the pirates come immediately. I thought it was going to open up with whoever's chasing them being like, we're
here. So you were glad at that?
Yeah, because the thing that I don't like is predictability. Mm-hmm. So then when it, subverted my expectations.
The paperboy, evening TV, right. Right. So.
Yeah. So I was like, at least I didn't know what was going to happen.
Sure. I like this episode overall better than the first episode because I was actually more interested. Because I read a review on IGN and they said that for this episode, it was smart to take this crew of characters that we kind of don't care about yet.
We don't really care
and have them meet new characters because I was like, okay, what's this guy's deal? He recognized that Travis was Maori. He was like a Maori
which was very cool.
student. Very cool. So overall, I like this episode better. There was still a bunch of dumb shit that happened. That shouldn't have happened.
That was the funniest. Yeah, it's super funny when they're like, "We'll just steal some kids.
Yeah,
we'll just take their kids.
Oh, you're strangers on a boat. Take my kids.
You want to take my offspring? Yeah, you can just have them. It's super funny.
I wanted the pirates to show up. I don't want this to be a long drawn out. Compared to Walking Dead. Like I don't want season 2 finale to be like now we finally meet the characters that we saw at the beginning of season 2. Like I want them to show up, and I want them to be. What's the dude's name? Jack, the good-looking guy that the teenage girl was talking to. Like, I want that to resolve quickly because I want the show to move. So,
the problem is that the show's conceit is it's supposed to be before The Walking Dead. Right.
Which
is from the apocalypse until The Walking Dead, and it's supposed to be all the stuff that we don't get to see in The Walking Dead, which is. But now it's just The Walking Dead. It's just The Walking Dead on the West Coast in a boat. And with characters that we don't really care about. So it's like...
While still having moments where Travis is upset that his teenage kid had to stab a zombie with a pickaxe.
Yeah,
he's like,
and it's like...
My kid did chores and homework and now he's killing it. And we're all as viewers like, yeah, we know.
We know all that,
But on the other hand... What's frustrating is that Walking Dead in the comic book was 30 days. In the show, I think was the same. I think it was the same for when Rick woke up from being out of the coma. The frustrating thing is like this show wants to have its cake and eat it too. It wants to show the beginning of a crumbling society. Yeah. But then
also jump into the crumbled society.
Into crumbled society. Jump into the crazy survivalist guy. Which is like, bro, according to this show, it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, and you're on Kennedy Island and you're already,
I guess season 1 was like the fall apart. Like season 1 was, the problem is I guess season 1 was the entire space between
the 30 days,
30 days, and it only took 6 episodes.
Right.
So it's kind of like...
It's a missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. It would have been crazy if the Fear the Walking Dead was like 24. Yeah. In terms of like real time.
Yeah.
How is society crumbling down?
Oh, I would watch
that.
How
are people... Remember the scene in like War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise where he goes into his house and he has ashes of people on him? Yeah. And he's like, we're leaving this house in 60 seconds. Yeah. And he makes his kids grab the shit. Like, that could have been the show.
Yeah. And that would have been great.
It would have been great.
Especially if Jack Bauer showed up. Oh, man.
Oh, man. That's Marina's favorite. It's Jack Bauer.
I would be all about that.
I liked at the beginning of the episode... the zombies coming out of the water. We were talking about that.
Cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I thought they were going to kill those kids, and then the fence showed up.
And there was a fence.
I was so disappointed from a storytelling standpoint, and because it's my hometown, that San Diego was just burned.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like, oh, San Diego's destroyed. It's gone. I'm like, what the f***?
They were like, it was too expensive to film there. They wouldn't let us do it. There's no tax break.
Veronica Mars filmed there. Yeah, there's no tax break. It's too expensive to...
Yeah,
exactly. It's like, we can't go there. We can't afford it.
They blew it up.
It's blown up. Come on.
There's no taxes.
But here's what I will say, that it was interesting to see just the Walking Dead world, because the regular show is just the South. It's just the Southeast. Yeah, you don't know any of that stuff. When they were describing all these cities that are gone on the West Coast, you're like, damn. Yeah. And the guy was talking about as far in as Joshua Tree. Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah.
You know?
That was the one part where I was like, okay, cool. Like, this is the kind of stuff we don't get in The Walking Dead that we want and that we're getting.
And we can.
And it was like, oh, should I not live in a city?
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, Seattle, Portland, Los Angeles. I was
like,
oh, should I move? Yeah, like at that moment watching, I was like, should I not live in LA?
Good.
Should I not?
Good, that's smart.
Yeah.
I just feel like the way you escape zombies, you get on the roof. They can get up there. Like, if a zombie outbreak were to happen, we're in Los Angeles, we're in the Los Angeles neighborhood right now. Yeah, just like
get on the roof,
Like, zombies break down the door, like, cool, let's go up the stairs. Already, we're good.
Yeah.
And then let's get on the roof and wait until a helicopter comes by. Yeah. Like, there could be a million billion zombies out here.
Yeah.
They're just going to be lumbering around. Anyway, I'm trying to justify living in a city.
Milling around in the living room, yeah.
The guy who played George, I thought, was not a very good actor.
Is that
the dad that they encountered? The one he was talking about.
Oh, really?
I didn't think he was good. I thought he was, and if he was too, like, naturalistic if that's the sort of style that it was going for, I didn't buy it. Like, I wanted it to be a little bit more unnatural and actory, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it just almost sounded like a guy they just got. Like, it was so natural.
It's just some guy. Yeah, it's the actual ranger. They cast the actual ranger.
Like,
on Katrina Island.
Yeah.
Not Catalina. I thought he was fine. But that's funny because I don't love, what's the other guy? The black guy on the boat, the captain.
Oh, he's over the top. He's so bad. He's the opposite.
Calmed down. This episode, he calmed down a little bit.
But he's the opposite.
But he's the opposite where I was like, it's fine. You don't have to.
And I feel like the actors who play Travis and Travis's wife are like right in the middle. That's the sweet spot. You can't be too naturalistic, but you can't be so over the top that you're like William Shatner from Star Trek. When the guy was like, they shut down the U.S.-Mexico border, and Travis was amazed. I was like, you have a boat. Like, you just go in the water into Mexico.
Also, when he was like, there's no way through, I was like, there's a way through now.
Yeah.
People do it all the time.
Yeah, it's easy.
If there's nobody guarding it, you just walk now.
Yeah, you just walk. That's all. Unless the new border is just zombies, holding, locked in elbows, like, then that's harder.
Yeah.
But it's like that George Lopez joke in response to anything Donald Trump ever says. He's like, does he know that they have tunnels now? Trying to build a wall, they have tunnels. That's what they have. Yeah. I thought it was so funny. So like we were saying earlier, I like knowing more about the world and knowing more about what exactly is happening. Mm-hmm. I was intrigued at first of sort of why the woman wanted to pawn off her children. Because I did get that impression. But then at the end, let's talk about what happens at the end where like she decides, take my kids because my husband's going to poison us, but it hasn't happened yet.
I wasn't convinced that she knew about that.
Right. But she wanted to give them a chance? Oh, okay.
That's why it struck me as odd. If she knew that her husband was going to, Jonestown them all,
get out.
Fine, of course, it makes sense that you would be like, please take my kids.
Right, but also, you sneak out with the kids. When she was sitting there, like, saying goodbye, I'm like, just go, leave now.
Walk away.
Get on the boat with the people. Like, he's going to be back soon. Like, get on the...
Yeah, but if she didn't know and she just wanted her kids to have a chance, then it's like, no, you don't give your kids away.
Yeah.
Especially, again... us knowing, like, having watched The Walking Dead, if you have a community like that on an island, like, they're well off. They're just waiting until the end. It's like, no, you should be taking their stuff and taking over their island.
Yeah.
Like, you should be trying to get there.
And I would never say this because I'm so opposed to this. Murder the dad and live there. Like, that's what you do. Knowing what we know, it's like they're just going to come back in season 5. Yeah. Every season from now is going to be like, what about that Catalina Island? So we should probably head back.
We should probably just go back there,
Probably just go back there, like maybe build a farm on it. Like that's what you do.
They had Alexandria, but like better, basically.
Exactly, surrounded by water.
And they were like, well, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
This is no good.
It's crazy because one guy.
Yeah.
I like the line that the guy said, I know at-risk youth, I am at-risk youth.
That was funny.
It was a funny line, and it was this character didn't frustrate me in this episode, honestly. No. And I'm like, now I see what they're trying to do with the character. We've talked about how it's difficult to have a character who's like a former drug addict. And when he was searching the house, was he looking for drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he stumbled across, this is poison, and then it helped to the story. So like, that all worked, Rody, what do you think, Sochi?
There's a dog.
Okay, there's a dog right here in my lap. Oh, that's cute.
Can't see her.
And then the guy that Strand was talking to, do we care? on the radio? Are you interested?
Yeah, honestly, anything at this point.
Anything at this point. Okay, great.
And when that happened, I was like, great, let's have something.
Yeah.
Let's have something that they're not allowed to have in actual Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Because this is the beginning. There's still, possibilities of like, I'm assuming that he made a deal with somebody who has access to some like private bunker and like the government whatever thing, and he made some deal.
Mysterious past.
Yeah.
Sure,
so he made some deal. So he's like, no, I still gotta get there. So I was like, great, let's do this.
Let's go there. Fine. If we're not gonna meet the pirates or whatever, let's just head straight over there.
Let's do that.
Sochi.
The conversation between the mom and the dad or whatever, the two main characters, being like her being like, take those kids because I asked you to. I would be like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna steal someone's kids.
Yeah, that was
that dialogue was like so funny to me.
The moment where after Willa, the little girl, zombified and then killed her mom.
Yeah.
And the dad was like, take the son away from here.
Yeah.
So when that all happened, I was like, I buy it.
Cool.
I buy it.
Yeah.
And when then they took the kid into the boat, I feel like at that point,
great.
Everything's gone to shit.
Sure.
Great. You do need to take the kid on the boat.
You do need to
when
take the
Strand
kid.
in that moment was like, get him off of there, I'm like, Strand, that's so stupid. Like, we don't have supplies. And I understand some people, again, read a review where they're like, he was right. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But it's a kid, like...
I'm a monster inside, so I was like, he's right. I would say it out loud, but then I'd be like, fine. But I would be like, you guys, let's a kid.
But if the mom was fine, if dad was fine, and then they brought on the kid just because the mom wanted, that's when you go, no, leave him there. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then when like the teenage son showed up and asked for the kid back,
it's like, give it back. Who cares? No, don't have people die because...
For sure. But then, like, he had to turn around and kill his mom. I'm thinking, Strand, did you see that? You see how the mom's a zombie? We should take the kid with his gun and the littler kid and go,
Yeah.
But again...
It's not worth fighting that
maybe...
kid. That guy over
true.
It's his brother. He has a gun at the
But what's he going to do? Like, just be the new dad of that island?
Yeah, he's going to be the new dad.
And, like, walk back and his dad's dead and his little sister's dead?
Oh, yeah. And what was... Like, the dad was like, I'll take care of it. And then he let her out, or he got eaten. Like, he obviously didn't take care of it.
Right, we didn't see... Yeah, he didn't take care of it.
So he just failed. This guy who was like the ultimate survivalist guy was just like, I can't...
Like, so far, been the closest to like a John Locke from Lost that we've had in the entire Walking Dead franchise, and then he just gets taken out like a punk-ass bitch immediately.
It was like, how'd she get out? Oh, obviously the dad sucked and didn't do the only thing he was supposed to do.
So, but I liked how the daughter ate the pill at the end. Like, I thought that was a good ending.
It was like,
and then I was thinking,
stuff is happening.
And then I was, but back to Strand for a second. Like, maybe if we as the viewer knew what Strand's deal was, we could maybe be on his side more. Or when he's saying, no, get him off the boat. Maybe if we know, because of this bunker, they he set up a deal where they're only going to take 6 people or whatever. Like,
if you're a monster like me, you have no issue with it. Because you're like, kids don't really contribute anything.
But I like the ending of this episode. I feel like if the show, I made a realization. I was like, what if the show is an anthology of these characters that are kind of boring, just meeting new groups of people? Like, if there's like a standalone story in each episode, sort of a thing, instead of anything that kind of builds. I'm like, well, that's kind of interesting. It's something because so far our core characters, we're not rooting for them yet. That's the problem.
Not yet. Yeah, it's very entertaining to watch them go around making like very weird and dumb decisions.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just them meeting a bunch of people. Who knows?
That's it. All right. Well, those are our wrap-up thoughts. I generally, I think I hit all of my notes there.
Yeah.
I generally liked it better, but it's still like the show's still struggling for me. Thanks for you guys who watched it for last episode. We have a season 1 recap coming.
Yeah.
We're gonna start talking about some comic books soon. But in the meantime, comment below. What did you like about this episode? Like, what was your favorite part? And then what did you think was the dumbest thing or didn't like about this episode? Just to provide a balance.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I guess we'll see you next week. That was Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 2. We All Fall Down. Playback presents. That's your sign-off? You're gonna do this? What are you going to do?
As soon as I did it, I was like, I don't like that. I'll think of something.
Okay, bye.